Hey guys, it's Dan here. I'm going on a trip, probably about an hour out. I'm gonna have to plan for some charging, but it's kind of nice. I can preheat. See, I'm preheating the car. It's negative 13. I gotta plan for some charging because I'm driving an hour there, hour back. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna hopefully document this properly so you can see what I have to do on a 30 kilowatt hour battery. Now the 60s are gonna be much more friendly to you, and I recommend you getting a 60 kilowatt hour battery in your car. If you have the option to do so, it'll just save you a lot of headaches. This is new technology. I mean, the earlier models from 2011 were significantly less. I think they were 40 kilowatt hour or something like that. But technology's gone a long way in the 2017 Nissan Leaf, but the ones in the 2018 and 2019, 2020, you're gonna look at some really good advancements. I took a chance, and this is my reality. I have to charge when I get to Kitchener. That's where I'm gonna go, and it's about an hour out, so I have to plan for a charge. That's just how it's gonna go today. Anyways guys, here's my documentary on just a simple drive to Kitchener in the winter, which kills the battery faster because of heat and the temperature of the battery, and my snow tires that I have on it. So all those things come into play with range. In any normal summer day, I have no problem getting there and back, an hour there, an hour back, no problem. But in the winter, your battery takes a toll really fast. So a 60 kilowatt hour battery would be preferred in a car like this. Anyways guys, sit back and watch. Alright guys, we're about, what, 15 minutes of driving, and I'm down to 77%. As you can see here. 77%. Say hello, Ashton. Hello. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna park at a Hydro One, which is a hydro company that has free EV charging. I'm gonna park there, and my friend's gonna take me to one of my errands that I have to do in town. I'm hoping that if I charge 10% every 20 minutes, we can get to a full charge in like 40, and then I can get to Kitchener, which is about 40 minutes from there and back. Or maybe I might have to do another 20-minute charge when I get there. Who knows? I'll keep you guys updated. It's not too bad, but look at how cold it is. I don't know if you can see that. It's so bright out here. It is negative 11. So, and then I also have the heat on, but there's only one bar of heat that I'm using right there at 32 degrees. So I think it actually helps save the battery, but you can see the efficiency meter right here just pop right back up when you turn the heat off. Hold on. Takes a second to go back on, and when you start driving, the bar there will go full. But I'm turning it back, the heat back on, because my son's in the car. I'll show you guys these features better next time, but I'm just kind of in a rush to make this video before I head out again. So I'm gonna go to the charging station. I'm gonna leave it there for a little bit and then come back to it, and hopefully it's nice and charged so we can get to our 40-minute drive in the winter here, no problem. Anyways, I'll keep you guys updated what happens. We're at 76% right now. All right guys, we are 72%. I just found this. This is like a, kind of like a ghetto. My boy is so upset right now. Ah. And we're gonna get out of here really soon. Have a look at the charging station there. It's free charging. And it says electric vehicle parking only. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna get out and use one of these. All right, this is good. The first time I go to find a station in public, they actually have two available, which is nice. All right, take care. He's crying so bad. I'm gonna get out of here. Okay guys, here's an update. I basically went, did my errands in the town I was from, and I charged while I was doing the errand by having someone else drive me somewhere else, and it was about 85%, 87% maybe, and I went down the highway about 45 minutes and off to Kitchener, which is on Ontario, right? And it took about 45 minutes and used about 40% of my charge, so it was down to like 48% by the time I came to charge. And I went to my mom's house in Kitchener, and then now we're forced to charge before we drive home, which is about 55 minutes of driving, and I probably only got 40 to 45 minutes left. So, big shout out to Charcoal Steakhouse that has free EV charging. I don't know if you can see that. Dirty windows. There you go. They got 2 of these here. So thank you very much, and there's no one around us, so it's just us 2 hanging out. Here we are. And so basically we're just hanging out watching the tablet. We're all bundled up. Getting the most charge for $1 here, which is free, which is awesome. It's a level 2 charger. So we're just gonna watch some cartoons on his tablet and eat some Timbits. Thank you, Tim Hortons, for making good Timbits. And we're just gonna hang out for about maybe 20 minutes, and that should do it. That should do it for the amount of charging we need done. I can check on my phone from the back seat here and see how much charge we have to like how much longer we have to wait for. So it's not that bad, man. Like, all you have to do is get used to going to charging stations, then you'll be good to go. Or like again I said, this car is good except for the battery. The battery is a 30 kilowatt hour. We need a 60 or higher in these cars if you want it to catch on mainstream. Clearly this is an example of why I wouldn't buy one if I was always coming to Kitchener from where I was coming from. It's about an hour of travel each way, so I want to make sure that when I'm buying my next EV car, that my next EV car has a big enough battery. And if Nissan sees this video, could you please upgrade me? No, this is okay though. I knew what I was getting into. I'm the first person out of my family, my friends, to have an EV car. So I expected this. I expected some inconvenience. But the 2017 model is the one I have now, and it's considerably better than the earlier models too. So, I mean, I'm not doing bad here. I'm slightly inconvenienced because this is not my normal travel. This is beyond my normal travel. So in the next couple of videos, you'll see why I got an extra car. Yeah, I'm getting another car. Why? Just because for situations like this and for the winter, because I find that this one going to Kitchener, which is like an hour from where I live, is too much inconvenience to bring my baby here. Like, if it was just me, I'd have no problem, but I don't want to inconvenience him, and it's cold, right? So we got extra coats and stuff here. You want this? We got extra coats, and it's still warm in here from the travel that we just did, so we're not hurting yet. And I can just turn on the heat from the remote app too as well while we're charging. So it's not terrible, but it could be better. Now, here's another point. If my family, you know, where I'm traveling to, installed level 2 chargers in their house and had their own electric car too, I could be charging while I'm visiting them, and it would charge fast. It would charge reasonably fast. If I charge when I'm using the level 1 charger, like the outlet, like the regular house outlet, charges so slow it's not even worth doing sometimes. So there's pros and cons to this whole thing. My advice to you is wait for the 60 kilowatt hour battery, or anything higher than that on the smaller cars, and over 100 kilowatt hour on a truck if they ever have trucks in the future. I know Tesla's just announced that they're doing a truck soon, so that's really cool. But not all hope is lost here, guys. If more people had level 2 chargers on their house, like attached to their house, this problem I'm having right now wouldn't be a problem, even with the 30 kilowatt hour battery. So if we had the 60, no problem at all. We wouldn't even need to charge it like an hour away and then an hour back in the winter. It definitely hits. I can definitely hit an hour each way in the summer. That's never a problem. It's just the winter with the winter tires and the heat that cause the battery drain, which sucks. But what are you gonna do, man? I was the first one that I knew that had this kind of car, and I took a gamble, and I'm still standing behind it. My daily life, this car does everything I need it to do. It's just when I'm going this far in the cold, it doesn't. And that means I have to charge, which isn't a big deal. Look, they even have Tesla charger right here. Hold on, let me show you. There. They even have a Tesla one, and they have your regular EV plugs. So there's 3 of them out here. 2 of them are EV plugs that work on basically most cars. And I'm very happy with it. So a couple of hurdles to get around. You have to get used to this, guys. It's a new technology and it's a new way of thinking. So am I disappointed? No. This is actually better than I thought. I never thought that there were that many chargers out there, and there are. There's enough. You use the charge. There's a app called PlugShare. You can actually check in and tell people how the charger works. If there's any problems with the charger, it's a really good resource. So I'm gonna actually check in on PlugShare and tell everybody that it worked just fine. Enjoy your Timbits, guys, and I'll let you know how everything goes when I get home. This is Dan from EVConsumer.com. And we're in our Nissan Leaf, charging. Me and my baby boy. We're okay. A little inconvenience is okay when you're traveling a long way. Later. Hey guys, my last video I said I was charging at the Charcoal Steakhouse because I was saving, getting charged up because I wanted to make sure I had enough to get home. It charged relatively fast. If you want to have a look at my phone here. I wanted 55% and it really didn't take that long. Maybe 20 minutes or less. And I did more than I would have at my parents' house. At 2 hours, I still would have doubled them in like 10-15 minutes on level 2 charging. So it says 55% right there. And it says I got 89 kilometers. I only need 50 something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat the car up while it's plugged in. I use the app to do that. Okay. So if you hit the remote climate, I already hit it. It's already doing it right now on the car, but that's all I had to do. And you can see it. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened to that video. But as you can see, it's spinning right here. Means it's working. I got the climate on right now. Everything's heating up. Even the back seats are even heating up. The front seats are heating up. The steering wheel is heating up. Have a look at that. That's pretty cool. And the windows are defogging as you speak. Now, that's really nice. So I'm gonna let this run for a few minutes. I'm actually gonna test and see. Whoa, that's really close. Wow. I'm gonna test and see and make sure that I'm still actually charging. I think it says that I am. I wanna make sure that I am though. So I was at 55%. I will check this charge and let you guys know. The app actually takes a little while to update. You're gonna see it spinning its refreshing thing right there. There you go. That little spinny thing. That spins for usually a minute before it really updates. So I'll let you guys know in my next video if it updated as it's charging while I'm actually heating it. So if it updates showing that it's charging more and it's heating the whole car, that's a big bonus, and I think that's what's gonna happen. I'll check one more time before I cut the video because, oh, there we go. It gave me more charge. Still says 55%, but the estimated driving range is a lot better all of a sudden. So chances are it just didn't update properly. These apps are good, but they're not perfect. They're really slow. That's one thing that you're gonna have to, you see there. I'm pretty sure we're good to go after I heat this baby up. Defog it. Sorry about my amateur style video, guys. What the hell is this? Am I getting gray hairs already, or is that something else? Sorry about the amateur style videos, but this is just how I do it. So, I mean, you watch it or don't, right? But I hope this helps somebody. The back seats are even heating up. plugged into this thing. So I'm still plugged into the outlet, level 2 charger. I'm charging the car, I think. Let's see I'm still at 55. The app is still updating. Sometimes it's slow. And I'm heating the cabin up, which is really nice, along with the steering wheel and seats. So and defogging the windows, which is important. That way I don't have to have the heat on like crazy all the way home, which saves battery power as well. This really didn't take as long as I thought it would, and he's still in a pretty good mood for being out all day and watching his tablet, so you know, I call this a win. I think the charge is at a stalemate right now. I'm gonna let you guys know if that changes in my next video, okay? So 55% is kind of keeping it at bay. That's basically what's happening. I think it's time to go. See you guys soon in the next video. Take care. Alright guys, I'm clearly out of juice, but I'm saving trees. I didn't see that. There you go. It doesn't say any percent left, but it's about 5%. Almost home. I'm listening to some good music. Boys up. The heat's off. That's how bad it's getting here on the battery. I turn it on incrementally. Don't worry, I'm a safe driver. I got someone helping me hold the video camera for me. Right? That's a legal disclaimer. I'm a safe driver. Anyways guys, almost home. Just an update. It was at 56 or 57% when I took off. So it did charge it, but slower with the heat on when I was charging it. Anyways, take care guys. Alright guys, we're home. I know I said goodbye last time. Just wanted to say that we made it home with just enough juice to spare. We saved, what, 2 trees on this venture? 2 fake trees, as you can see. Negative 10 out. I'm at like 0%. I have the heat full blast right now because I've been putting it on incrementally. This is traveling with a boy too, right? Young boy over there, my little son there. It's kind of hard to travel with a young child and have to worry about charging and entertaining and stuff, and we went through it. All we did was spend about 20 minutes to half an hour of charging at a free charging station, and we thank the Charcoal Steakhouse for that. It means a lot to have all these businesses on the side of EV, electric vehicles, and to put forth like the green initiative, regardless if you think, you know, the mining of the lithium for the batteries is green or not. It certainly puts out no exhaust on the car, and it's very efficient in its power use. But that's besides the point. The point is that you can get through with these 30 kilowatt hour batteries on an hour charge there and back, negative 10 to negative 14 degrees Celsius. I'm very happy and fortunate that I was able to buy this car and test it the way I am. He's getting kind of fed up with the drive. He's been on the road a lot today, and we did Christmas gifts with Grandma today in Kitchener, so it was a nice hour drive there, hour drive back. But before we did that, we did the old charging. But anyways guys, take care and thanks for watching this video. This is EVConsumer.com, your source for EV news from the perspective of a parent trying this technology for the first time. I never knew anyone that had this, so I took a gamble getting the 30 kilowatt hour battery. If you're gonna buy an EV car, I suggest you get the 60 kilowatt hour battery. I totally do. Anyways, I gotta go get to him, and we gotta go inside and get some supper. Take care guys.